boys and girls, this super messy flower bed has all of a sudden become my favorite. You notice it's one of the closest ones to our bird feeder and our bird bath. And then in the middle, I have this really tall, strong tomato cage. And it's honestly left over from last year. Oh, there's a red wasp. Because when they came in to put the irrigation in, they threaded it through. And I need to bring my super heavy shears to snip the bottom so I can get it loose and move it over where I could better help some of these tomatoes that are in weaker cages. But because of this tomato cage, I get a lot of bird poo in this garden. You see at the bottom here, that white stuff? And that's because birds like to come stand on this like it's a perch. And when they're standing here for a while, birds poo. Well, you think gross, but something super cool has happened and I just figured it out. On the bottom of this garden have been a couple of volunteer plants. This tomato plant is left over from last year. When some of the tomatoes have gone bad or fallen off, or maybe a squirrel ate a little bit of one, or a grasshopper, then the rest falls to the ground and the seeds get in the dirt. And then when it rains in the spring, some of the seeds sprout and we got this tomato plant here. But then as I was watering this morning, I noticed some interesting things. The first thing is the leaves of this plant right here. This one right here is one of our herbs that came from over there in our herb garden. It spread. Can you guess how? What happened was something was eating one of the herbs over here and had some seeds in its body. And then when it stood over here, probably on this tomato cage, and pooped, the seeds came out and this plant spread. The next one is even more interesting. Look at these leaves right here. See those? And this vine? This is a watermelon plant. And our watermelon plants were over here last year. These plants I planted this year have not even made seeds yet because they haven't made any watermelons. So some creature that ate seeds out of a watermelon last year came over here and made a deposit. And look at it growing. Isn't that amazing? This is so cool. I was going to pull some of the weeds and the growth out of this garden. I'm going to leave it now. I can't wait to see what happens next. How cool.